Mic test. Okay.
知能構造体が引いたコーヒーも手引きであることに変わりはないのです。
Test, test. Okay. Test, test. Yeah, that should be fine.
たまには一息ついて力を蓄えることも大切です。
Hello, man. Hello, Musa. Hello, King. Yeah, we are gonna do some daily assault, but let me finish some daily first. Yeah. How are you doing, Musa?
破竹のごとしこの木を逃さずお疲れ様です。
No, proficiency, HP. You participate in Zuyuan free-to-play daily assault contest, but you couldn't use limited characters, and I did pretty well. Hey, nice one, man. I didn't know that there's a contest. This is like internet event. Oh, the best team was surprisingly Lucy Nicole. I thought it would be Paukra Nicole. Good for you. Hello, Nider. I hope you are having a great time too. Oh, all right. Zuyuan subreddit. That is pretty interesting. Yeah, I think a loss. Yeah, I think a loss of team could turn into like, a race or competitive. Like, have you guys watched the videos about the forklifter competition? Like, they literally compete with like how well you maneuver your like forklifter. Yeah, forklift certificate. Yeah, that's forklift. It's a thing in it actually a thing in the German. You could look it up. It's pretty intense. Like how fast you move thing or how well you balance the cargo with the thing that's gonna move around. Yeah, let me see if I could find that.
Oh, you've done it.
Wer schwingt sich auf in den Stapler Cup Olymp? Das ist die große Frage. Jetzt Startchip angesagt. Ihr macht uns fertig. Ihr seid so gut.
Yeah, it looks something like this.
Diese Frau hat das Wort Nervenstärke erfunden.
Hello, chopsticks.
Jetzt geht es um jeden Millimeter. Der wichtigste Moment des Jahres. Tina Föhre-Scheller auf dem Weg zum Titel. Noch ein letztes Mal abschnallen, auf nach oben und Pasadik ins Glück.
Yep. Yep, I think you guys get the ideas. But I think the difference is you could actually get a pretty good job with this one. Yeah. It's pretty amazing looking from outside. It's a forklifting competition in Germany. It's actually a serious thing. I just tune into stream and hear German. Yeah, I don't understand any German, by the way. You're German. Hello. Man, I can't even say hello in German. German engineering. Yes, exactly. Yeah, I think we could start with the DA. And yeah, I would just leave a message here like account review available. Okay, let's go. Deadly Assault. German built different, definitely, man. Yeah, I saw the memes about like German driving trucks for like the whole day, and then he got back home and play video games on the truck simulator. Is that real, or is it just like stereotype? I guess it's a meme, judging from your reaction. Never heard about that, but I will look it up. Where's Deadly Assault? How do I forget? Okay, it's here. It's almost like I'm new to the game. Ice Ether. What the? Okay, like electrics, fire, Ice Ether. Man, I really hate this kind of design where you have like exactly the same ice and ether, where you have exactly the same weakness. I think it's worse than the HP inflation, to be honest. Special attacks and ultimate increase by 30%. Let me grab some water. I forget you get the update earlier than me. Oh, yeah, it's the Asia server, by the way. Dang it, I don't want to play Halumasa again. What happened? Yeah, it reset. it reset here. I guess it's about you guys are like about like you guys gonna get it about within 3 to 5 hours. I guess. Chain attack. This one is for chain attacks. This one is for aftershock and special attacks. This one is anomaly. Yeah, it's 100% anomaly. What is this boss? Marionette. Halumasa, here I come.
どうの私はオボロスの目です。出動？
Let me think.
あら、何か命令を待つ。1匹、2匹、火力上げちゃおっか。
Do I have any like ice characters
みんなの期待。
other than
まさに徹します。
other than Miyabi? No, I guess. Raid buff for Vivian and normally Ether. Yeah, well, I'm actually thinking about like going in without Miyabi.
私はまさに徹します。
Yeah, I guess I will go with this one. And if it isn't right, I would just change to the Chaos Jazz for set. And I guess this one is gonna be the Vivian team. Vivian should be on this one. I bet M0 Hugo can get around 55k. Yeah, I think so. Because the stage gonna be favorable to the like banner. And ratio.
様のお誘いとジャトヤにかかアンビシ1匹。まずはパイト何かよパイトジャトヤに
Like
か
go
か
with
れば
this.
万事解決賢い選択ね。
Yeah, I think it's man. I don't know how am I gonna plan this thing, but one of them is gonna go without the one of them gonna go with the Bernice. So let's plan this thing. Let's say if we don't use Astra and Miyabi, what could we do? Yeah, I should have used pop-up chat. I didn't see you guys chat. Yep, pops up chat. Okay, here we go. No, I'm in Asia server. Soft Mage, hello. I'm in Asia server, so it's not gonna be. So you guys gonna get it about few hours later. I thought about playing it without ever wanna get into it. Bernice, Piper, Lucy. Yeah, it would be interesting that way. But let me contemplate a little bit more. Yeah, I should have planned this out before I got into stream. But yeah, definitely Lucy Bernice is pretty nice, and maybe I will go with the Yanagi. Hey, this is fine. I will just go with Jane Doe. I guess I will go with the Jane Doe and Vivian team. Jane Doe, Vivian, and maybe Nicole as a support. And the last one we're gonna play with Halumasa, Grace, Rina. Yep, I think we will run with this. So let's go with Jane Doe. Yep, let's go with this. Was surprised as well, some new characters was supposed to be released today. I logged in, saw him nowhere, then checked Twitter and saw an Observer's announcement. Like one of those fake news. Oh, Tribe 9. You are talking about Tribe 9. Yeah, I heard about the Tribe 9 too. You got Vivian, so you are chilling. Yeah, I'm chilling. I did 24k DA with Grace. That's nice, man. Nice one, Crystal. And Nicole. Yeah, Vivian and Nicole is such a bread and butter. Hopefully they will make an offline version. Offline version. Yeah. I guess it's gonna be a private, some sort of private server if that exists. Yep, let's keep doing our thing. So let's go with the Jane Doe team.
邪悪無
なんだ
どの値をご指名かしら
Jane Doe team, Anomaly Mastery. Yep, 100. It's gonna be 100% Weeping Gemini. Because this team is gonna be popping up a lot of Anomaly.
このイントロ
Yeah, what am I gonna use? The Nicole. Let me check my stat. Everything's looking fine.
何かよパイトン様本日はお日柄もよく
Anomaly Mastery. Okay, that is fine.
パイトン様の仰せのままに
Yep, let's go with this one. And one thing that you guys want to pay attention to is that your bamboo you always want to use your bamboo for the weakness of the boss, even though it means that you are not gonna proc some disorder, but overall it's gonna deal more damage. I've tested that like multiple times. Might play Persona Phantom next month. Yep.
任せてほしいの
Let's go. Yeah, I should have popped Nicole's out before I
言いたくないわよ
I should have popped Nicole's orb before I trigger the assault. Yeah, this way also fine.
攻撃に備えて見てなさいパイトン様のためにさあフィナーレよ
Hey, I'm doing great.
や
Yep, and I forget to use the
あその汚れます
Vivian skill and kit.
よっ逃げようったって無駄よ
I just missed the whole thing.
不潔ですねすぐ終わるわ受けてみなさい
Yep, I get the order wrong. I should have put my Jane Doe behind the Nicole because she doesn't get any buff from Nicole. Because it's harder that way. Because it's harder to get the buff if I put it after Vivian.
何かメールみんどんしパイトン様のお誘いとあればぜひ
Yep, let's go. You have like 160 pools. Save off of Julia and her engine. I'm like 30 pools away from 50/50s. Okay. So yeah, I only accept one account review today, so it's gonna be a short stream. So yeah, maybe two if it's a short review.
私の番なのです
Yep, let's go with this one.
見せてあげる 見てなさい裾が汚れます や好きだらけ痛くないわよ。あんたは親友に触れちゃった。はっはっごめんね。じゃはっはっじゃやっ
I just keep getting hit.
ファイトン様、どうか見ていてください。たっぷり遊んであげる。若干見てすぐ終わるわ。今回だけです。ファイトン様、光栄に思いなさい。でもな、それとも狩りであんたは狩られる側。気を抜いちゃダメよ。
Not sure if I'm gonna be able to make it.
見てなさい。逃がさない。あんたは親友に触れちゃ
I
った。
got this. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. Maybe.
ファイトン様の邪魔をしないで。
Yeah, I did a tons of mistakes. Not gonna lie.
見てな。好きだらけ。
Yep, I guess I will die pretty soon if I don't careful enough. If I'm not careful
見
enough.
たくないわよ。バイバイおバカさんたち。
Oh, I got Vivi and stuff.
ファイトン
Oh,
様のご意見。
man,
受けてみなさい。
that was close. Oops.
私がいます。
Yep, we gotta do this again. Well, at least it would be 2 stars. Yeah, I think I could get 3 stars
ええ、任せてほしいのです。
if I don't keep getting hit like that. Yeah, I should restart this again. You don't want to miss out Zhu Yixuan and her engine. Yeah. Yeah, I forgot to use Vivian to start this battle again. Anyway. Okay, I got this.
若干見てすぐ終わるわ。秘訣ですね。あんたは親友に触れちゃった。たっぷり遊んであげる。好きだらけ。逃がさない。
Oh, I
ド
got
レスが
ultimate.
汚れると言ってるのです。見てなさい。さあ、よっ。よっ。きゃ。ちゃ。ああ。やっ。けとけ。よっ。たあ。ごめんね。受けてみなさい。噛まれたら痛いわよ。逃がさないわ。じゃあさあフィナーレよ。はっ。
Can we get another assault? Yep, we got it.
立ち直ったわ。気をつけて。 隙だらけ退屈もいいとこです。倍返しよ。バイバイおバカさんたち。逃がさない。パイトン様、どうか見ていてください。弱点見て。いやあんたは狩られる側。
Okay, I guess we got this.
どいてください。諦めなさい。たっぷり遊んであげる。隙だらけ。
Yep, we got this.
さあ、フィナーレよ。
Nice.
愚かです。
Yeah, but I still couldn't read their movement good enough. Could have do better if I learned their patterns more. But yeah, I would take this.
そんな汚れます。
Good game. W clear. Thank you. Easy peasy. I honestly haven't used Caesar in a while. Well, sometime daily assault in tower, but I haven't played tower a while. Even I have a Wenjin. Yeah, good game. And I forget this one. Let me take a look. It's gonna be Yanaki, Lucy, and Bernice. Yep, she doesn't have her Wenjin. Gonna take it from Astra. And I guess I will go with this one. Attack percentage. And change this one to crit rate. Yeah, maybe this one. Yeah, I'm thinking about using Yanagi, Sokaku, and Lycon. It would make more sense because the enemy is ice weakness. But Bernice is also great. Yeah, I think it would be more fun. I think it would be more fun to use this team, Yanagi Ice team. So it's gonna be Sokaku, Yanagi, and Lycon, I guess. Lycon. Okay, Lycon got everything he needs. And yeah. And I will go with Ice. Let's see. Making the... My first limited stunner was Trigger because my Jui and Halu need her so bad. And I like her a lot. Like, what am I even doing here? Let's get the buff on. And now we spam with Yanagi. now it's a bad time because Zhuyuan is about to release. Yeah, I kind of agree with that.
幸福を
Did my Yanaki just die? Nope. Man, I just waste everything there.
喉を噛みつぶしますよ。なんなん。
くよ
仰せのままに。
Yeah, why am I using this anyway?
一撃で制します
Yep, I guess this is pretty bad. I should have stick to Bernice. Yep, there's no chance there. Does Anomaly Sokaku need crit stat? The thing is, you are using Anomaly Sokaku to help the Miyabi, and crit stat is really just a little bit better. It's just better than Anomaly proficiency, but at the same time, it's not gonna do as much. Yeah, Anomaly Sokaku only really works with Miyabi. You are correct. So I guess I will go back. To the Bernice and Yanaki.
ニトロフューエル
Bernice, Yanaki, and Lucy.
ニト月白火力あげちゃおっか
And let's check on my Lucy.
プロ騎士さんごきげんようですわ
Oh, another 8 hours for the US? Damn.
おいニトロフューエルはいかがですか
Let's go with the Weeping Gemini and yeah, I think Yanaki should also go with the Weeping Gemini and maybe with the yeah, she should be using the Chaos Jazz. I shouldn't be using Thunder Metal here because we are playing against the non-weakness enemy. There's not gonna be enough shock to buff the. There's not gonna be enough shock for the Yanaki. Do I have any anomaly proficiency here? Wait, what? I guess I will use this one and 2 Thunder Metal Force set. Yeah, I'll go with this one. And let's check on the loose. And let's check on the and let's check on the Bernice. Okay, this should be fine. Let me check one more time. Is Freedom Blue good for Lucy here? The thing is, for this team specific, the thing is you kind of want to use the energy regen to like procs the Astral Voice, and that 24% attack buff is gonna do more than the Freedom Blue. That's why I go with the Astral Voice. And if you look at how I play Lucy, I don't hold skill with Lucy because I want to get as much quick assist as possible. I want to get as much quick assist as possible. That is really the main reason. So yeah, let's do it. As Jufufu not limited on elements, but Ice Fire Team Lighter seem to be better option. Yeah, I think so. It would be weird if they just came out with another dedicated Fire and Ice stunner.
そろそろ怒りますね。手を刺さった？
I'm so bad at reading the movement.
最後に笑うのは私ですわ。お手伝いに来たよ。直ちに援護します。
My Lucy is almost dead.
攻撃突っ込んでなさい。
We are lacking on Aether's stunner. Yeah, I agree with that.
心身一如。
Yep, it's pretty tanky. Oh, my Lucy is dead. Yep, let's do it again. Yeah, maybe if we get an Astra, it would be easier. Yeah, why didn't I use Rina here? Let me think. Yeah, I should have used Trigger here. Like, what am I doing? I totally forget that I have Trigger.
弱く無月しろ配置につき一心命令を私は応募
Yeah, I could have just used Trigger in the first place. I'm saving Rina for the last team, exactly that. Or maybe I should use Rina here. Yeah, maybe I should use Rina here and maybe... Yeah, I should have used Rina... Man, maybe I should have used Rina here and save it and save Trigger for the last one. Yep. I'll be doing this, I guess. Trigger, Bernice, Yanagi.
月しろ配置につきました。背中は任せていただけますか？
Yeah, I don't think there's enough. Oh.
私はオーボロス命令。いつで私メイドシン。
Yep, it should be in Rina here.
メイド長リナお使いいたしますわ。何やらメイド長リナお使いいたしますわ。
Energy regen, anomaly, pen ratio, okay.
まずは水なり飲ませてくれぬか。 月しろ配置につきました。
Okay, this should be fine. And maybe Yanaki, maybe I think my Yanaki should be sticking to the Thunder Metal 4 set. Thunder Metal, triple attack. Yeah, this one is better. Anomaly and yep, this one. Yep, and see how it goes. Swing Jazz Yanagi sounds absolutely insane. Swing Jazz. Why not put Swing Jazz on Sukaku and keep her on Chaos for Jazz? Swing Jazz Yanagi is good move with Miyabi and Sukaku. Reddit lied to me. Yeah, they are lying to you. Oh, yeah, they are definitely lying to you, man. The Swing Jazz is real. Swing Jazz is a support set. Oh, you just DM my account review. Okay, sure. I would check it after I finish the Deadly Assault, and we will be starting account review after that. Yeah, thanks a lot, Luke, and let's go. Yeah, it feels so much better with this team. Yep, it is doing a little bit better. To swing to freedom. Man, that is such a troll. Man, Reddit is kind of like trolling hard on you, not gonna lie. Ooh. Yep, I don't think I get it. Yeah, maybe we could try it for like few more times. Oh, that was close. That was close. Yeah, we could do a second try and yeah, so it's still Thunder Metal, so yeah, still Thunder Metal is still better. Let's try again. That was really close. That's a waste. I shouldn't use Yanagi's skill there. It doesn't proc any disorder.
ロッカーにあだなした報いよ。無意味なあがきです。
I didn't proc disorder there.
ご支援します。
In this current meta, I would say Germany is gonna be better in most of the case, unless you are playing like the Hydro Carry Anomaly. Yep, that's a waste of ultimate. Yeah, I don't think I could make it this run. Hyper carry anomaly. Like you're playing Jane though, I guess. Like you're playing Jane though. Like you're not trying to like aim for the disorder. But that kind of team comp doesn't really exist today. Something about scaling on Twin and Butcher boss doesn't add up. It's exponentially difficult compared to the last. Yeah, I think so, man. I tried to find it, I just randomly clicked. Okay. Yep, let's go. Oh my Yanaki just died. Yeah, let's try it again. Ooh, that was... Yes, that's M1 Rina. Hey, thank you for the membership, Stephen Ho Shin. Yo, our second membership. Thanks a lot, man. I'm very much appreciated. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. You just made my day. I'm gonna save that ultimate for the stun win, for the stun. Yeah, let's break the attacks with the ultimate here. There's a lot of damage. Yep, I think we could do it. Ah, damn it. Yep, I think we'll just give up here. I'll just clear this with Miyabi. Yep, I give up. Excess combat. I'll just clear this with Miyabi. Let's go with the classic Miyabi and Yanaki, I guess. Let's check my stuff. Let's change to the attack percentage. And the crit rate here. Yep, this one. You tried the recent reset? Yeah, I think as long as you are getting like 6 star, I think it's definitely enough. Yeah, I shouldn't use my skill there. I just waste my stack. I'll just use my ultimate here.
ら怒りますね。存分に震えてくださいませ。
I gotta save my resource here so that I could pop more in the during the stun window, or maybe I suck it. Let's go. Okay, we got the okay, we got the stun window.
息つく暇も与えません。
Man, I
今ですわ。この刀に誓おう。目を覚ましましたよ。お行きな、いってらっしゃい。この気を逃さず。さあ、やお疲れ様です。ロッカーにあだなした報いを。受けて立つ。刀はもう鞘。時間の無駄です。勝利を上となし、闘乱はこれに次ぐ。さあ、やっ終わりだ。やっおため踊りましょう。見切った。ふいやっやっおい見せる。心身一如。見つけた。秩序改正。見つけた。この気を逃さず。
okay, we cleared it. Not the proudest clear, but yeah, a win is a win. And next I'm gonna play Halumasa with the last team. Yay, good game. Thanks. I guess I will go with this one. Is pulling for Yixuan with Fufu more Fufu the move or waiting for the idols? I don't think anyone know the actual answer for that. But I think Yixuan is a pretty solid one. But you could get Yixuan and her Wenjin and maybe wait for the Zhu Fufu's rerun. I'm talking about if you don't have enough pools. But I would say prioritize her Wenjin first. Yep, Harumasa gameplay. Yeah, last time I find out that like people seems to be more interested when I'm playing Harumasa. So I just built myself a dedicated for the Harumasa. Yeah. And Trigger and Grace. Is Yixuan engine that good? It is not about her Wenjin being good. The problem is that there's absolutely no replacement. Yeah. But I think that would be like it's gonna be at least about 15% better than the second best Wenjin. Yeah, I don't think I'm a Halu main though, but I could play him. Yep, I will go with the yeah, I think a normally mastery should be 9 I will use this anomaly, I guess. Let's steal it from Yanagi. And yep, this one. Oh, and by the way, this is when you should use Fusion Compiler when you don't have any other anomaly characters on the team. Basically, a Caesar situation, she still has no good replacement for signature. Yeah, exactly. And Halu set apart, especially that Halu Chinyi Nicole team. Yeah, Halu Chinyi Nicole team is the hardest Halumasa team in the entire game, I would say. But I don't think I'm capable. I don't think I'm at that levels yet. But yeah, maybe I could spend some time practice that team, the Chinyi Nicole team. My glorious king Yoji taught me the Halu basic. Yeah, exactly. He's the goat of Halumasa. Yep, let me go to the peep for a while. I'll be back soon. What's that? Don't ban me. And because I have no limited stunner yet, also I can link potential. Ah, man, don't do that. Yeah, it's not like I'm gonna do anything about it, but I generally don't talk about it in my stream. Just don't do it on my channel. That's it. That's really it. But I'm not gonna pretend that it doesn't exist either. Yeah. And it's not like I'm gonna get. And it's not like I would actually get into troubles if I do the league stuff. But I just don't feel comfortable to do it cause most of the prominent creators doesn't really do it. And I'm not against. And I'm not particularly against the channel that do leaks. That's my that is my opinions on the leaks. Okay. We will get started. Still satisfied with Colada, honestly. Base, man.
さあ 実験を始めよう
Save and exit. Yeah, I used I used the wrong bamboo. Never mind, I will just so we will roll with it and see how is it gonna be. Lin Zero. Yeah, I also learned the swing jazz thing from the swing jazz with the Astra Yao with from Lin Zero.
ラジャ遠慮の修正を
Oh, it's
私の後ろに 無駄です
yeah. I forget how to play against these characters. Why does everyone do that with Halu at the beginning? Okay, so what it does is that like the main DPS of Halumasa is coming from this thing, and if I do this at the beginning, it would give me 3 free. It's gonna give me a free 3 hit, and I'm gonna be able to do more damage that way. Yeah, I think I almost forget how to play. And I forget to set it to manual, man. Yeah, I should have set it to manual. I'm sorry. This is such a stupid mistake.
Raja. エーテルサイト起動。息もさせて。ほらどいた。
Oh wait. Yeah, I forget. I haven't set up my trigger yet. I think I haven't set up my trigger yet.
出撃可能私
あなた
一心命令アンビ私はオーボロスの目です
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I think this is fine. I'll just replace with this one.
背中は任せていただけますかおっと命令私はアンビ心一匹みんな背中は任せていただけますか
Yeah. How is my crit rate? 75, so it's 80, 82. What is lacking, man? Like, where are my crit rate? Oh.
私はオーボロスの目です
Okay, now it's 94.
背中は任せていただく狙撃手トリガースタンバイ
Let's
さあ
get back to
実験
Graves.
を始めよう
Grace is worst anomaly unit in the game, but I will stand on that. She is. One, two, three, four.
視界良好
あなたは私が今です
深夜のごとし深夜のごとしああ全く見くびられたもんだへえやるねや
この弾が終点へと導く円形攻撃準備よし
穴だらけだね
円形攻撃準備よし
いや
ね
深夜のごとし
この子の可愛さ爆発級エーテルサイト起動
What am I doing there?
一撃離脱的にされるよ深夜のごとし一心不乱さすれば必中はっやっ
弾丸は風と一つにこれが戦いの戦術
息のいい的だ
まんべんなくふっ
やっやっや深夜のごとしお
Yep. That's not a good run, to be honest. Oh. 18,000. Yeah, I think I could do it. But I haven't paid enough attention to parrying. I should have parry. In the optimized run, I should be able to parry him for like 4 times. So let's do it. I wasn't paying as much attention to be totally honest. I just keep getting hit. Yeah, I blocked with the wrong person. Yeah, mind me if I try again? Okay. Oh, I failed that again. I just waste everything there. Not so proud with that. Let me log into the speed run let me log into the mindset that I'm doing when I'm doing speed run on myself. I might not be able to talk that much. Yep. Man, that's okay, so what did I do wrong? I should swap to trigger first, then swap back to Harumasa there, so that I could get ultimate on the first stun. Yep. So trigger first, then back to Harumasa. That's the problem. So that I could get the most amounts of decibel on the Harumasa. I failed this again. Yep, we'll roll with this. Yeah, I should have used Harumasa's chain attacks there. I played very poorly there. I forget to use Harumasa's chain attacks. Yep. Yeah, let's go. Yeah,
この弾が終点へと導く。
There's no reason to save that out.
爆破解体を始めよう。
Yeah, I forget to do that.
制圧する後期です。
深夜のごとし
弾道を計算中。
穴だらけだね。
やつレディ。私の後ろに。一気に進みましょう。
ほらどいた。
備えろ。位置エネルギー最大。
本気で行くか。ああ、まったく見くびられたもんだ。はっ。
弾丸は風と一つに。エーテルサイト起動。食らいつきます。
息のいい的だ。
Oh, that's a fail.
熱あるところに光あり。
一撃離脱。
Yeah, I wasn't doing a good job.
本気で行くか。
Yep. Yeah, I guess we will just do the account review first. Let's see. So I will do Luke's account first, and then I will move on to the Stephen Ho. Yeah, thank you for the sub. And yeah. Okay, he's not here. Yeah, I think I will do Stephen account first and make any change. Okay, Stephen, I will do your account first. You there? Okay, I will do your account first. And then I will be... One second. Okay, we are in. Yeah, look, I will do your account later. Because I just log in into other, because I just log in Stephen's account, and since you are doing it with the browser. Yep, so we are here. We got our Sharks go. Alan Joe. Nice. So are there any particular thing that you need me to review?
出撃可能よ
Let's check out your
この
Miyabi
道義を
first.
貫き通す
Looking great.
巨悪謀反
Let's take a look at the base stat. Attack with 3000. Amazing. Crit rate 77%. Good enough. And especially with Blanche and Brace Song, you will get another 12% crit rate. So I don't see much issue. 3 stat on crit rate, 2 stat on crit damage. This is amazing. This is amazing. And this one is pretty good. This one is also amazing. This one is also nice. You're new to gacha. I spread my resource too thin. Tell me what should I do? Okay, sure. Crit damage. Oh my god, you got very high crit damage. Attack is also nice, but do you have any other? Oh, why? Oh my god, like, welcome, bro. Did you just join my members again? Jesus, you don't have to do that, but man, appreciate, man. Appreciate. And thanks a lot, Steven. Thanks a lot. But yeah, thanks a lot. I appreciate it. Let me keep reviewing your account. Attack percentage, crit damage. Yeah, I just want to let you know that the anomaly mastery is also an option. It is not as bad. It is just as good as the attack percentage. And 24 crit rate. Yeah,
私はこの道義を
nothing
貫き通す
wrong with Miyabi. And do you have any like pen ratio? Pen ratio is also nice. But you got better substat on the attack percentage. Okay, so this is nice. Yeah, this is fine. You spread too thin. Let me check on your Yanagi first and your support first.
あなたと私で響き合う
No, your Astra is solid, man. Your Astra is solid. Do you have like 3,000? You gotta get okay. It's a minor problem, but not a lot. But still, it's not a huge problem. But I wouldn't say you should prioritize building Astra first, because your Astra is perfectly fine. I would say try to get this number 2 to get like about +2 attack percentage. Then your Astra is perfect. Then your Astra gonna be perfect. But right now your Astra is also fine. So I wouldn't say that you should prioritize building your Astra.
そろそろ本番かしら
Yeah, let's go.
満月
私はこの道義を貫き通す
Let's do it one by one.
俺あなた
Let's start with DPS first. 30% pen ratio. Crit that. Wait, what? Oh, okay. You haven't level subbed it. You haven't level subbed this yet, but that's fine. Crit rate, crit damage, attack percentage. Yeah, I don't see a lot of problem other than lack of resources with your Alan. Oh, you got a really good lighter. Impact spin ratio, crit rate is also nice. Defense, basic attacks. No, you do really rest. Yeah, I don't see much problem with your lighter either. Let me check your deadly assault. You barely clear the last. You barely clear the last DA assault. Yeah, let me check your Aveline. For Electro. Base stat. You got 72 crit rate. You max out your Aveline. Like, how is it possible that you can't clear? Yeah, you should be able to clear this one. Like, let me see. Like, which buff you're using? Energy generation rate increased by 25%. Dealt after. Yeah, you know what? I would just run it once and see how it goes. And what is your Aveline's Mindscape? Mindscape 0. Yeah, actually Puffer Electro is more of a Mindscape 1 set for Aveline. I would say I would use Woodpecker in this case, Steven. Because it's gonna be really hard for like Mindscape 0 Aveline to capitalize on the Puffer Electro. Yeah, don't use Puffer Electro on Aveline. That's all I wanna say. But since you are playing Deadly Assault, you could actually go with the Woodpecker, even though it's gonna mess up your gear a little bit. Yeah, but you know what? I would just play it. I would just play it first and see how it goes. So yeah, let's do it. How should I play it?
いい叩きだ。
私の防御を破れないこの歌を世界に捧げるわこの一線を越えてみる鎮圧まで止まるな
Oh. Okay, we cleared. Huh? What happened there? Did I just use manual chain attacks? Yeah, of course I used manual chain attacks, that's why.
迷わなくていい
Yeah, I'm not... Yeah, this rotation is doing pretty poorly, but I'll take it since we already cleared it. And now we finish up with the ultimate. Okay, after this match, I will tell you like how to play this team. Like I'm gonna tell you like my thinking process when I'm playing this team, so that you could have like so that it should be able to help you have a better time on playing, so that you could have a better clue on like how to play this team next time when you play it. Yeah, so your build doesn't have any problem. You doesn't have any problem with the build, but I'm gonna break it down like one by one on how to play Aveline with the lighter. So it definitely something a little bit off with the way you play it. So let's do it. Why am I not seeing anyone typing anything? Yay, I managed to catch up with your screen. Time differences is real. Yeah, man. Hello, it's Isekai That Gamer. So Steven, are you there? Yeah, let me take your stuff first. I mean the reward. Yeah, nice. So I'm gonna give you a basic rundown on how to play this team, and I will just play it while I'm... Oh, it's 9-star. Okay. You make that looks easy. Actually, I don't even have Aveline, but as a guide maker, I do understand how to play Aveline generally, and in general. Can I do the same with the Butcher? Yeah, but you know what? Let me explain my thinking process on like what actually happened. So the thing is, like, you could see the bar on the top left, right? And you kind of want to keep attacking with Aveline, but you want to like just poke the enemy for like few times, and you want to swap to... And when the quick assist is up, you want to swap to Aveline. And when the quick swap is up, I mean like the quick assist is up, you want to use it all the time. And that way like your lighter and your Aveline could get the benefit of being on field at the same time. So playing this team is gonna be feeling very swappy. So what I do is literally just basic attack. And whenever I have skill, I just use it. And when I have the quick assist up, I just use it. And remember to use her hold attacks. And whenever my morale is up, I use the morale. And whenever quick assist is up, you just swap and basic attack. And yeah, memorize and remember to charge your Evelyn's chain attack. So that way your Lighter and Evelyn would get the so that way your Lighter and your Evelyn would get the resources that they need at the same time. And you want to use all your resources when you are when the bosses is in the stun state. So let me do it again. So basically you want to save your charge attack. I mean like Evelyn's chain attacks. And do your best to stun with the Lighter. Oops, I accidentally used that. And yeah, every time when you use Evelyn to chain attack, you wanna cancel the chain attack from Evelyn, because that would give your Evelyn another extra chain attacks. So yeah, definitely keep that in mind. And yep, the last chain attack here. And whenever you see your bar turns red, just use hold attack with Evelyn to charge up your chain attack. Man, I say so many chain attacks here. And yeah, whenever the morale is up, you just use it and you use the skill. And save your Astra ultimate. And definitely save your Astra ultimate for the stun window. So it's gonna be like this. Yep, after Evelyn used her chain attack, you cancel it so that you could get another chain attacks again. And now you capitalize on that. Now swap twice. You use Astra ultimate so that you got another chain attack. Yeah, and maybe finish with the ultimate. Anyway, that's the whole idea. Do the same with Butcher. Yeah, let's do it with Butcher. Sorry, the first one with Miyabi is what I meant. The second one I barely cleared. The Butcher, you mean this one? Bringer? Okay. Yeah, no prob, man. No prob. And you kind of want to use the anomaly builds up. Yeah, the attack. I think this one is also fine, but I guess we have to really test it out. But let's take a look at your Miyabi, Sokaku, and your Yanagi first. Your Sokaku. Okay, that's the first problem. So we just pinpoint your first problem. Your first problem is you want to use Kaboom. You don't want to use the Bashful Demon in this case. No, I'm not laughing. No, I'm not laughing. Because because Sokaku does have a really complicated build. Like if you're playing him as a support, her build is gonna be different. Like she could use the Astro Voice in the support mode. But when you're playing Sokaku as a, oh wait, yeah, you're playing Sokaku as a support here because you're playing with Yanagi. So your gear here is, yeah, your gear here is completely wrong in this case, and you shouldn't use Sokaku in that team either. So okay, so you don't want to use Sokaku here, and you have trigger, right? Let me reset the stage. So you have Miyabi. So you got Miyabi. You should actually use your trigger here. Man, your trigger looks pretty good. Okay. level okay, A rank stuff. Yeah, you just lack of resources. That's really it. And yeah, let me see. Impacts. Yeah, if you build your trigger, it's an instant clear. I guarantee you that. And by the way, Sokaku Miyabi with Yanagi is not a good team in general because Sokaku took a loss of on-field time, and also that Yanagi is already taking the role of being the supportive anomaly, so you don't need Sokaku to do the job. You're trying to learn. Yeah, I'm glad that you come to me. I'm glad that you come to me. I remember that. I remember you said that you are like new to the game, right? Like, of course, all of us gonna be learning the game. That's So you definitely want to use trigger in this case. Sokaku is only good is because Sokaku is free, Lycon is free, so that's why a lot of people promote this team. But in fact, this team isn't where near the Trigger, Yanagi, and Miyabi. Like Trigger, Yanagi, Miyabi is like one of the best team in the entire game if we exclude Astra. So you definitely wanna use trigger here. And I think I could get 25k with this team, even with this trigger in particular. Let me see. Yeah, your trigger has her Wenjin, and even though she has like low stat, but that doesn't affect anything. The only useful stat for trigger is basic attacks. Use any resource that if you need it. You don't have any resource, man. You don't have any resource. How am I gonna level up everything? But yeah, let me play this team and we will see. You're gonna have like significantly better performance with the Yanagi team than Yanagi with swing jazz. No, you don't want to use the swing jazz. You don't want to use the swing jazz for set. And no, please don't use the attack percentage here. You always want to use anomaly mastery, especially when you're pairing her with Miyabi, because when Yanagi playing with Miyabi, she's a supportive anomaly. if you take a look at my free-to-play Miyabi guide, I have that explain everything. And if I were to like condense it, is you want to build her anomaly and mastery as much as possible because the characteristics of how Miyabi's Frostburn is worked. Hey Ryusuke new to Zenless Zero, do you have any general build guide as to what look for and building character as such? Your question is like too broad. I couldn't really answer that. I don't know where to answer. I don't know how to answer that. I don't know where to answer that. Anyway, let's go on with the Yanagi. No, it's alright. It's alright. Maybe. But I think I will be coming up with the beginner's guide like pretty quickly soon. Too bored? Yeah, that's too bored. Yes, that's what I meant. That's what I meant. Sorry for the bad pronunciation, by the way. That would be much appreciated. Sure. You can look up guide over individuals characters. Yeah, I think I will be coming up with the tier list pretty soon, and you're gonna have like better picture of what this game is gonna be. It's gonna looks like. So let's fix your Yanagi first. So there are like only 3 options. You either go Freedom Blue. Yeah, basically if I swap everything from Sokaku to your Yanagi, then your Yanagi is perfect, I guess. Electric bonus damage. This is a nice pieces and you're not using it. This is amazing. That pieces is amazing. Basically, if I swap everything from your Sokaku to your Yanagi, then your build is perfect. Aside from this one, but energy regen Yanagi isn't that bad either, but we will go with it. Ideally, you want to go with the anomaly proficiency here. Ideally, you want to go with anomaly mastery here, but energy regen is also surprisingly good. So don't underestimate that when you have a good substat on energy. Sorry, my throat is dries up a little bit. Let me get some water and yeah, let me rest for like 2 minutes. Let me grab some water. Ooh. Man, the Reddit just scam you so hard, man, Steven. Man, it's not your fault, it's Redditor's fault. But however, I want to say that your set on swing jazz are really good. Let's continue with this. Do you have a better stat here? Attack percentage. Yep, this one is on Bernice. We don't touch that. Yep, your Yanagi is perfect. Your Yanagi is doing. Your Yanagi gonna like slap with this one. So yeah, do we wanna? Yep, let's run with this team first and see how it goes. Trigger. I would just leave her this way because her main sources of value is coming from. Her main source of value is coming from her passive, and let's look at her crit rate, 56%. Yeah, we will roll with this. And see how it goes. Test. Are you guys there, or the chat has the problem? Let's start with triggers. 1, 2, 3. Wait, your Miyabi is... Okay, your Miyabi is not my state 1. Your Miyabi is not my state 0. Hello, man. Hello, guys. Now we get the proc that. Yeah, I have to use ultimate before I use the hold attacks because in Wait, what am I doing there? Sorry, I gotta focus a little bit. See how much it would get. What is happening? I procs the disorder as soon as Miyabi got her frostbite, because that is main sources of her, and that is main sources of her damage. And the other thing is that the and your Sokaku just kind of like handicap your Miyabi. That's the real reason behind it. Okay, so 40Ks, I guess. Yep, 40Ks. Can we get the last hold attack? Nope. Okay, so what you want to do is really to pops up your Miyabis. So after your Miyabi procs the anomaly, you wanna procs the disorder as soon as possible. And that's what happened. Yeah. Ooh. So yeah, your account is actually pretty good, but you just got scammed really hard by Reddit. That's what happened. And the logic, so when you're playing anomaly team, you wanna identify who is the main DPS first and who is the. How does Sokaku handicap Miyabi and Yanagi? So the main purpose of Sokaku in Miyabi. So the main purpose of Sokaku is that she works as a secondary anomaly, and Yanagi is also a secondary anomaly to Miyabi, and it makes the role of and that makes Sokaku compete her field time with the Yanagi, which Yanagi is a much stronger anomaly, and that lead to the situation where the more you let Sokaku on field, the worse the team is gonna perform. So that's what happened. Your Sokaku is and even if I play it with Lucy Yanagi, it's gonna be better than Sokaku with Yanagi. It's gonna be better than Sokaku with Yanagi. Yeah. So let's try again with the Lucy. And until like 1 minute and 30-second mark. Let's reset it and we play Miyabi with. How do I use quick config here? Okay. Do you have Lucy? Yeah, Trigger. Yeah, Trigger doesn't need to level. Yes, Trigger doesn't even need to level in that case, because her main sources of like damage buff is coming from her passive. It's not coming from her stat. And your Lucy, all right, your Lucy is very underbuilt, so it's not gonna perform better. But I would say that Lucy with Yanagi Miyabi is gonna be better than Sokaku with Miyabi and Yanagi. Yep, exactly. Like, I was noticing some issue with Sokaku on the Miyabi Vivian team but couldn't pinpoint. Yeah, exactly, because Sokaku is also working as a supportive anomaly, and Sokaku just simply takes too much on-field time, and you want to make every on-field time, and you kind of want to make Sokaku's on-field time count. Yeah, exactly. She's slow. That's the main reason. So you rather want to use Lucy instead or use Nicole instead, because both of them took very little time on the field and they are very quick and they could pops up a lot of buff within like few seconds, while Sokaku need to take like 1,000 years. Yeah, exactly. Man, like, oh, I gotta say. But anyway, let's keep continuing. choose support option that align with your sub anomaly unit. I think it doesn't really matter that much, but it matters when you're playing with the when you're playing. It doesn't always matter, but yeah, but in some specific team like Rina, Grace, it would matter. Or Rina with Yanagi would matter. Yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But I don't find that like but I don't find that a must. Lucy for Bernice and Nicole for Vivian. Yes, exactly that. Exactly that.
任務か
So let's continue with your account review.
助けがいるの
命令をあなたと番号1
おっと俺
私は勝った
Yep,
あなたのおごりだぞ
Yeah, I shouldn't.
出撃可能よ
Okay, let's continue.
命令を 私は
So your Miyabi is fine. I would assume that you don't play Koleda and Lycan. Your Lycan. The best Lycan gear is actually this. If you actually want to use Lycan, you want to use Preach's Fossil Core over the restraint. You're gonna get a much quicker stun. So let me replace that. And so that you would remember when you are building Lycan. And Lycan with Astral Voice is not a bad option, but you gotta look, but you wanna make sure that your teammate isn't equipped with Astral Voice. I think it's a perfect gear when you are playing with Sokaku. I think this is a perfect force set for when you're playing with Sokaku. And yeah, build your crit rate, crit damage for the min-max, but you don't want to do it first. Let me lock that. So yeah, good choice, just underbuilt.
この授業
Your Alan Joe is very standard. Is textbooks. I mean, like textbook as in a good way. For how you build her, you just need to work on her substat. I don't see much problem with your Alan Joe, and plus I don't really know how to play her. To be totally honest. So let's move on to Lighter. Yeah, we already takes a look at Lighter. Shockstar Disco. I'm not gonna judge that. Nah, I mean like Shockstar Disco is perfectly fine. But just keep in mind that I just want you to keep in mind that Astral Voice and the Proton Punks. Do you have any like Proton Punks? Astral Voice and Proton Punks could be better gear for Lighter when you're playing him with some specific team. Anyway, let's move on to but this one is perfectly fine for general use. So next one is gonna be Bernice. Anomaly proficiency, attack percentage, nice. Anomaly mastery. I'm sorry, my throat is getting weird. This is a this is a really good piece, not gonna lie. Fire damage, anomaly proficiency, you wanna work on this a little? You wanna work on... Oh, okay, it's under leveled. Yeah, I don't see any problem with your Bernice. So next, Alan Joe. Halumasa. You definitely... Okay, so you said you have... I will never I would not recommend Thunder Meadow to anyone who is. I don't recommend Thunder Meadow to Halumasa. That it's gonna be much better if you're because Shadow Harmony is just so much more easier here, because like if you're like hardcore player who like play Deadly Assault for like 200s 300s of time, then yes, Thunder Meadow could be better, but generally I wouldn't recommend Thunder Meadow. Attack percentage, crit rate. Let me take a look at your crit rate. It has 86%. Yeah, your crit rate. So you might want to change this one into the attack percentage or crit damage, because Halumasa has this passive. Where you're gonna get extra 25% crit rate. So it's gonna be really easy for Halumasa to get over like 100%. Yeah, so next is Yorina. Man, Yorina is cooked it. Just swap your. You wanna swap your. You really do wanna swap this. Let me see. We don't have anything here, but basically you wanna use Wing Jet. Basically you wanna use Astral Voice for set on Rina, because her skill would lead to quick assist. It's not that bad for Mono Electric Anomaly team like with Yanaki or Grace. Oh, okay, I forget this. Oh right. It's not so bad. Let me think about it. No. I think the 16% damage from the 16% attack from Astral Voice just feels so much better. I'm taking so much notes right now. I'm trying not to share gear. Okay. Yeah, exactly. Alright, so maybe we should tone it down a little bit. So okay, your number one problem with your account, which is your Yanagi, is already solved here. And let's take a look at your DPS first before we. Okay, I will finish your DPS first, alright? And I will finish your DPS. And yeah, out of my stream has archive. You could come back anytime. So you could come back anytime. So you don't really have to like memorize everything right now, because I'm gonna leave the archive on. It's not like yeah, it's not like I'm gonna flopping out my dicks or anything. Anyway, let's. You are a plug and play player, noob. It only means that you're not spending. It only means that you're not playing the game for the whole day. You're probably having life, but I don't. So I'm here to share my experience. That's why I'm and that's a job of a content creators. So yeah, let's move on to your Zhu Yuan. Attack, ether damage, critical damage, solid. Everything is solid. But But yeah, not everything about her skill has to be, not every of, like what I notice about your build is that like, how is this possible? Like, wait, 11, 11, 12, 12, 12, 13, 13 or 13 or okay, you don't have Vivian. 9, 9, 9, 9, 9, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. Are you playing Lost Lit or are you playing like, are you playing the slot machine or what? How is this possible? 10, 10, 10, 12, 12, 12, 14. That's a pretty, that's a slot machine number, not gonna lie. But I'm not judging on that, but there's a better way to use your resources than this. But anyway, I will just keep going. In your case, okay, so let's take a look at your Zhu first. I don't see any problem on your Zhu, so yeah, we could go on with next. No. Alright, chat, I don't have a loss of knowledge with Zhu. Zhu's crit damage is increased by 30% for 10 seconds after using EX special attack. Okay. You see Big's problem. What problem? Crit rate 32%. You and Isekai players have a loss of Zhu. The attacks, way too low attack and too high crit damage. Oh, I see what you're saying. Is this like the same reason when you're building Harumasa, right? You see problem? Oh, 242 crit damage. Okay, that's why. So you basically want to change this one into attack percentage, and that's really it. Attack this number 4. Take that in. Take that note. Yeah, 100% attack note. 100% attack percentage on this number 4. So yeah, let's move on to Qingyi. The Qingyi is looking pretty okay. Electric bonus, crit rate, blah blah blah. Dude, like, you should use your Qingyi. Mind if I say something? You should really use your Qingyi's build on the on your trigger. Like, because this is a trigger build. Electric bonus. What's this, number 5? Are you talking about Zhu? Ether damage? Yeah, it's fine. Electric bonus. Okay, so what you wanna do is, hey, let me check your trigger. Okay, your trigger is, oh wait, your trigger, yeah, you have, let's get back to your Qingyi first. So basically your Qingyi is fine, but most of the build here, she got a really high crit rate. Her crit rate is pretty nice, but you kind of want these amazing substat. Yeah, especially this one. No. Trigger isn't supposed to use this one. Basically, your Qingyi is fine. I guess it's fine. And let's move on to your Jane Doe. Your Jane Doe. Anomaly mastery. Nice. Attack percentage, anomaly proficiency. Okay, you wanna work on the substat on the on the Jane Doe, and this one. Yeah, just max it, and she would turns into completely different characters. And normally proficiency at 371, which is nice, which is also like really nice. What is her Mindscape? Mindscape 1, Mindscape 0. Okay, I don't see much problem with your... Yeah, she's fine, but if you want a better option other than Chaos Jazz, I would recommend the I would recommend Vivian's, I would recommend Phaeton's Melody, but but you kind of want to prioritize like leveling up your gear first. Phaeton's memory gonna changing 2 set is gonna be the last thing you want to do on Jane Doe. Yeah, I'm talking about min-maxing. But this is fun. This is nice. So next, your Astra. We talked about your Astra. You kind of want to build a little bit more of attack percentage, but that's really it. And no, you don't want to use Puffer Electro on Evelyn, even though we got a pretty good result on the Deadly Assault. But she could do better if you just use Woodpecker. And and if you don't want to like, but yeah, I even made the videos about it, but I got a lot of lashback on that videos. But I do still think that if you're not like the most serious, like if you find yourself have a lot of skill issue, I would recommend Swing Jazz on the Evelyn, because there's no room for making mistake when you are using Swing Jazz. And I do think Swing Jazz is definitely better than Puffer Electro because Evelyn doesn't really pops up a lot of ultimate. Yeah. So let me take a look at what swing. Let me take a look at like the substat of your Swing Jazz. Yeah, you kind of want to. It's actually pretty okay, I guess. Yeah, that was me. I got a tons of lashback on that video, but I would say it's better. But I would say it's already put itself in a better position than the Puffer Electro. Yeah, you're gonna have a lot of uptime. Yeah, I think in your case, I would say that I could comfortably suggest you to go for Swing Jazz, because you do have trouble with the rotation and all that jazz and all the stuff. So yeah, so you could go Swing Jazz with this one, but you may want to change. Yeah, I think it does work. I've seen friend clears better clear time than Puffer. Hahaha, crazy. Yeah, exactly. But in general, people would say. But in general, Woodpecker and the Hormone Punks are better 4 pieces. But if you have like if you have troubles with the skill, if you have troubles with if you have trouble with managing your buff, then Swing Jazz is definitely a better choice, because Swing Jazz would have absolutely zero room for making mistake when you play Evelyn. I wonder when we are going to get a unit that wants a 4-piece Puffer. I think that kind of unit is gonna be like totally busted. I mean, like, assuming that he or she is going to be like popping sub a tons of damage, popping sub a tons of ultimate. Yeah. And so in this case, I would say, so Evelyn, in your case, And you are using Infernal Metal set. Oh wait, so we were clearing with level 9 Infernal Metal. Holy crap. So generally, let me see how many crit rate she has. 72. Does she has any like crit rate? Internal crit rate? Okay, 25%. 25%. Okay, your Evelyn is okay, I guess. Are there anyone who actually play Evelyn? Crit rate, crit damage. Yeah, your Evelyn is fine, but you don't want to use Puffle Electro. Just swap that to Swing Jazz. Because playing with Woodpecker and Hormone Punks would need a lot of management. Yep, so let's move on. But if you're like a very skillful person, and you are like you know how to manage the buff, then it's gonna be Woodpecker and the Hormone Punks. I don't know, but I know people don't like 4 pieces in Inferno because too much crit. No, it's factually not a good set. You lean toward Woodpecker. Woodpecker is really nice. Woodpecker is nice, but you gotta remember to like basic attack before you use chain attacks. And yeah, let's move on to Trigger. Trigger, we discussed it, and say something if you're still here, Stephen Ho. Just type anything so that I don't feel like I'm talking to a ghost. Yeah. All right, I guess he will come back and look at the archive. Anyway, you want to change. You're still taking note. Yeah. So you don't want to use Shadow Harmony when you are using the Shock Starter's Code 4 set. You want to use the Alright, the number one priorities when you're playing Trigger is that you want to get her crit rate up to 80% with any mean. So yes, your set should 100% be so your set here should 100% be. I'm sorry, I'm gonna put on this because as a placeholder, I know it's ice damage bonus, but I'm gonna put it there so that you could so that you don't have to take more note. And yes, basically you want a Woodpecker here. It could be electrics, it could be attack percentage, and pen ratio is not recommended because you have her signature. And yes, please make any change. Yeah, sure, man. So basically, this is how you want to build it. You wanna build crit rate as much as possible, and you wanna keep this two set as Woodpecker. But you definitely wanna change this one. Woodpecker. I'm just putting there for a placeholder. And no, you don't want to use pen ratio on this one because you have her signature. The way her signature works is against pen ratio, so you don't want to use pen ratio. And that also apply with Anbis. Your Anbis don't want to use pen ratio. This is perfect. And So whenever you're playing anyone with trigger, you don't want to use pen ratio. That's really it. Wait, like this one is, man, you should be using this one on trigger, but anyway, no, I'm sorry, it's attack percentage. I didn't see that. Yeah, I forgot how many crit rate did she want. She needs about 88. Yeah, I think so. You got 90% crit rate. Does she have anything? Her crit rate attacked by another 10%. Oh, you calculate. Oh, so you plan everything. You plan everything. So you're gonna get like 100% crit rate for sure. Sure, this is a well built. Yeah, your Anbi is pretty well built. Is it? And 10 from core skill. Yeah, that's approximately 199.8. That is 99.8%. It was all by luck. Still, your choices is not luck. That's what I want to say. Your choices isn't luck. So yeah, this is a very well built character. This is a very well built Anbi. Pretty nice, really nice, really nice. And if you find yourself having too much, if you find yourself getting too much crit rate, just swap this one into crit damage. But yeah, but don't dismantle this one, because it could be useful. It could be useful for your trigger. Let me lock that for you. Let's go with yep, you're not playing her. And Nicole, your Nicole looks okay. But again, your yeah, I think she's fine, but you want to use, but I think, but you want to swap Freedom Blue into like, but you want to keep, let me see. Yeah, it doesn't actually matter. So this is fine. This is perfectly fine. But I would still highly recommend the Astral Voice for set, because Nicole's pops a loss of quick assist. Yep, you're not playing her. So yeah, you kind of want to ditch your Sokaku for a while. You kind of want to leave your Sokaku for a while, because I think you have a lot of good limited characters. Yeah, I see. Let me check your Deadly Assault again. Like you're not even using, like you're not even using your Soldier Zero Anbi and Trigger, and you have all these units, like, and you have all of these units, so there's not gonna be chances that you're gonna use Sokaku. So don't build your Sokaku. I would say don't build your Sokaku. And your number one priorities right now is get your Trigger and get your Evelyn right. And yeah, your account should be able to like 9-star everything. Should be able, yeah, and then your account should be able to like 9-star everything without much problem. Yeah, don't waste the time on, definitely don't waste time on the Sokaku. Your priorities has to be Evelyn, and your priorities want to be Evelyn and Trigger first. Like your Trigger is lacking a loss of impacts and crit rate. So yeah, definitely get your Trigger into like 80% crit rate first. And then you kind of want to move on and build Evelyn. I would highly suggest you to go for Swing Jazz. Even though I got Even though I got a lot of flashback on that videos, but I would recommend Swing Jazz in your case. Yeah, yeah, and thanks for letting me handling your account. That's also means a lot to me, man, Stephen. And do we have any problem? Do we have any other problem? Like your Zhu is actually fine. Even with the crit damage, you don't have to swap that into the attack percentage immediately. But it's something that you want to keep in mind. But it's not the priorities. I think crit damage is perfectly fine in your because you have other hundreds things because you still have like hundreds other things to prioritize. So yeah, definitely build your trigger and your Evelyn first, and you are good to go. Yep. So I guess that's the end of your account, and just feel free to DM me and feel free to. Do I have any more time? What team would I choose for middle DAs? What team? What team? No, this team is perfect. This team is perfect. Like, no, I don't have any complaint on this team. Yeah, this team is perfect. This team is perfectly fine. This is like one of the best Zhu team. This is like one of the best Zhu team. Yeah. So yeah, if you have like, tell me your result when after you like levels up your account. You could do it on DM. You could do it on my Discord. Yeah. Hey, thanks a lot for letting me reviewing your account. And I will be moving on to Luke's account. Luke's Muletto, type something so I know you're there. Okay, I'll be logging out your account. And feel free to DM me if you have any other problems, Steven. Yep, hello Lux. So let me log out the account first. One second. Okay, look. So with his site. So yeah, let's take a look at his account. Okay, so sorry, my throat is kind of getting weird. Okay, Halumasa on the Thunder Metal 4 set. We got a really sweaty player here. Yeah, this is the first time I'm looking at this types of this is the first time this is the first time I'm looking at this types of review. I'm not so used to it. Let me see. 2000 what is this crit rate? Oh, okay, I could have just checked it here. Crit rate, crit damage. Your crit rate with 25%, so it's gonna be 93. I guess it's fine. No, you're gonna get. Yeah, what's. Yeah, what. Yeah, what does it do? Trident. Yeah, let me check the W engine first. 1 second. Yeah, so what does it do? I think you have like your crit is probably too high. Yeah, 10% here. Yeah, slightly too high, I guess. So you're gonna have like 93. Okay, slightly too high, but I don't think it's a big deal. So yeah, it's fine, I guess. 113. Oh, yeah. Crit from 20 crit from Sig and 25 crit from Core. Yeah, let me check his. Yeah, his signature would generate. Oh yeah, 20 crit rate here. So your crit rate is too high. That is 100%. So you want to change your crit rate into the. So you do want to change your crit rate into crit damage. So you definitely. And yeah, your crit damage is also too high. You want to change your. You want to change this into attack percentage. Attack is too low. Exactly. You should lessen the crit rate. Yes. So yeah, you definitely want to swap your woodpeckers out for other stuff. Yeah, but yeah, let's assuming that you don't have skill issue with how Thunder Metal is procs, because that actually require really high skill to actually manage it. But if you have a dedicated like anomaly team for Halumasa, then I'm not judging you from that. I'm not judging you for that. So yeah. So change your crit damage to attacks and lower your crit rate, and your Halumasa is doing fine. So next, Miyabi is with her signature. Okay, this one is crit rate. Wait, I think your Miyabi. 12% crit rate. Why is your. Yeah, I think attack is 2005. Like, what happened here? Level 15. What exactly happened? Yeah, I'm so not used to looking at the chart here. Oh, ice damage, no wonder. No, this is fine. Ice damage is definitely good. Ice damage is definitely fine. But what actually, you don't know what's better, ice damage or attack percentage? Both of them are pretty much identical. That's my impression with it. It actually doesn't really matter if it's elemental pen ratio or attack percentage. A lot of time elemental damage isn't better than if it's saturated. Exactly that. It really depends if you're playing with like Sokaku and Lycon together, then yes, ice damage wouldn't be better. But yeah, let's keep looking. So what is this one? Crit rate. Oh, 24% crit rate. Ice damage. Attack percentage. Yeah, it's pretty standard build. I don't see a loss of problem, but I also it's also feel harder for me to like pinpoint out like what happened here, because I'm not so used to this UI. I'm sorry. This is the first time I'm reviewing these types of UI. Crit damage, that's a really high crit damage. And yeah, maybe works on this set. Maybe works on this number 2. What's the website? I low-key could ask you to review for me another time. Yeah, I never know this website. I don't know about this website too. It said anka.net. Yeah, you could see it. You could see it from your screen. And next is Aveline. Yeah, let's move on. Yeah, I would just check. I would just check the main stat and maybe like roughly looking at your stat and see if there are like problems, or to see if there are like huge problem first, and we will be moving on as you requested. Hello, Bill Loss. We are revealing account. And Aveline, you are Aveline. Your Aveline. Do your Aveline has like? Okay, is your Aveline crit rate too high? I think it's nice. I guess. Crit rate, crit damage. You got it really. You got a pretty decent substat. And what is this? Crit damage. Nice choice. Fire bonus damage. Attack percentage. How to join review? Yep. Bill Loss, this is the last review, but you could do it on my next stream. Yeah, this is probably gonna be the last review, but usually you could just DM me. But usually you could just DM me when I'm live. I'm probably live about this moment. I'm streaming every few days, about every 3 days, once every 3 days. So yeah. Yeah, I don't see a lot of problem with your Aveline. Aside from building a substat. Okay, let's take a look at your Hugo. Your Hugo is doing nice, I guess. Let me see. 84% crit rate plus 12% crit rate from the buff, 96%. Yeah, you exactly, Stephen Ho, you stress me out, man. That's a lot of things to review. But it's my honor to review your account. Anyway, let's move on to Hugo. Crit rate, crit damage are fine. Crit damage on this one because you already have like really high crit rate. What does his W engine does? I don't even know what does it do. Increase crit damage by 45%. Absolute 0 death sentence 3 seconds, so it's gonna ignore 25% defense shred. Okay, so let's check your disc number 5. Ice damage, perfect. And yeah, just remember that you don't want to use pen ratio on this one because his signature works against the pen ratio. Yeah. Crit rate. Oh wait, your Hugo, your disc number 5 should be attack percentage. Are you playing with Lider? Do you have like Lider? Okay. Are you playing with Lider, Luke? And just type something like M0S0. Yeah, do you have his signature? Yeah, exactly. You are currently building him. Do you have his signature? I'm asking, do you have his signature? Because that is very crucial on how to build Hugo. Okay, so your Hugo has to be so the one thing that you got wrong with Hugo is definitely this number 5. It has to be attack percentage. No pen, no argument, no any other thing but attack percentage. 100%. Because you're gonna have too much ice bonus. Because you're gonna have too much ice attack bonus from both Lycan and and Lider. Because the amounts of ice damage that Lider could provide is like massively crazy. So it is 100% attack percentage on this number 5. So yes. Yeah. 100%. Hugo. Yeah, I think I'm about to roll out with the Hugo's guide in the next few days. Yeah, stay tuned to that. I really need to learn all the characters that saturate element damage. Yeah, I think the big one is definitely Lider. And pretty much no one else, I guess. And maybe Trigger. Trigger is provide like defense threat, so like pen ratio wouldn't works well with Trigger. I mean like Trigger's signature, but if you're playing Trigger without the signature, it is fine. So yeah, your Hugo, you just want to change the ice damage into the attack percentage. Too perfect it. But I think ice damage is okay, but it's not gonna be optimal. That's it. So let's look at your Vivian. Your Vivian is standard, 27 anomaly proficiency. Nice. Everything is nice. Okay, with this. Gotcha. What is this? Anomaly proficiency. Okay. Ether damage. And what is this? Anomaly mastery. Yeah, everything is... Yeah, your Vivian is definitely good. And the other thing I want to point out just for the chat. When you're building Vivian, you could go up to like 500 anomaly proficiency. You could go up to like 500 anomaly proficiency and it would still be perfectly fine because of how Vivian's kit works. So so definitely zero issue with the Vivian. So there's no saturation issue with the anomaly proficiency on Vivian specifically. Yeah, this is something I want to point out about Vivian. And it's being tested in the JP side, like even like 500 anomaly proficiency to like, let's say 420 anomaly proficiency with attack percentage disc is still better. Yeah, so definitely get as much anomaly proficiency as much as possible. I would take notes of that, even though I will probably never pull her. Okay. So next, your spam AP on Vivian. Got it? Yes, exactly that. Okay, so Astra, you gotta take a look at your attacks. I don't have good feelings about this because you got 3,500 attacks. And usually the number one problem would be at this number 6. Oh, energy regen. This is perfectly fine. Attack percent. Oh, that's why you got 3,500. You have her signature. This build is perfect. Yep, your Astra is perfect, I guess. Your Astra is perfect. What is this? Energy regen, attack percentage. Yeah, there's nothing that you could... Yeah, there's nothing that you can actually do with Astra aside from like increasing her crit rate, but it doesn't really matter. It would increase a little bit of damage, but your Astra is near perfect. So yeah. Look, do you have any other thing to like talks about? Do you have any other thing that you want me to talk about? And if not, this is probably the end of stream. Yeah, and thank you for everyone for like joining by and sitting by. Yeah, I thought this is gonna be like a short stream. Like, I was planning to do it for like 1 hour and keep working on my Hugo guide. Yeah. Yeah, see ya, man, Musa. Not a whole lot missings. Yeah, because your account is pretty because your choice of building characters is actually pretty good. It's not bad. It's just some little minor issue and nothing much. All of your characters are better than mine. I'm gonna grind. Yeah, you should spend your energy on the you should really spend your energy on which one? Wait, you should really, yeah, Stephen Ho, you should really spend energy on the resources like yeah, you wanna grab as much this as possible. Yeah, thanks a lot, Stephen, for letting me handling your account. And yeah, thank you for coming, Isekai Dad Gamers. Yeah, I guess that's really it. Thanks. Yeah, we got our second member here. We got our second membership here, and yeah. Yeah, that makes my day. Thanks a lot, Stephen Ho Shin. And yeah, thanks to have you here, Isekai Dad Gamers. And thanks for everyone who's coming here. I guess that's really it. And yeah, see ya, guys. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for coming. And I think I'll be streaming like every 2 or 3 days, probably 3, and interchangeably with uploading 1 videos. Yeah, see ya, guys. See ya, guys. Yep, glad for having you guys here too. Yep, see ya. Bye bye. Peace.